So regardless of how you feel about this device, what you think the price should be, whether Samsung should have released it or should not have released it, that's all just conversation. And that's what we're going to talk about, smartphone conversations. This phone is out. There's no stopping it. It's here, and it's actually a really good phone. So I think we can just set aside our thoughts on the price of it for just a moment and look at the device itself. This is a Galaxy S21. Just happens to have a different screen size than the other ones, and it's called the Fan Edition, and it comes in a few different colors. So, I've been using this now for probably at least a week, I would say, or going on a week. I don't know. Point is, I'm using it, and I like it because it gives me the same experience I get with my other Samsung devices. You've got the side menu. They've kind of integrated just everything into this thing to give you that Samsung experience. So I think a lot of people are focusing on the price of this device and saying why they should have released it, why they did this, why they did that. Again, that's really irrelevant, because if you put all those emotions aside, because that's ultimately what it is, you won't be able to deny that this is a fantastic device. So obviously one of the first things I did was I grabbed the phone after the video and I started playing with it, and then I opened up the camera. Now the camera is obviously one of the best parts of this device. We go over here to more. You've got every single option pretty much that I have on my more expensive Samsung devices, and this is what's important to people, because what Samsung is giving you is what's important. And some people might want the functionality or the quality of some of the other Samsung devices, and they just can't afford to spend that money. This is another option for you. Not saying this is the best option, but this is an option for you. It has all the modes that you want from your Samsung type device. You've got everything here that I love, and I think that the camera quality on these that I get from these cameras right here, 12, 8, 12, is phenomenal. We cannot deny this. There's no denying it. Samsung has put together a nice suite of cameras on this device, and you can try to deny it and say that it's just okay quality, but proof is in the pudding, and I think these cameras produce just as good a footage and photos as any of the other latest Samsung devices that are out. And when it comes to the competition, because I think that's why people harp on the price so much, you start to look at the Pixel 6, and let me get the Pixel 6 here, because people tend to look at what's coming out around these devices. People start to talk about how they should have done this and they should have done that, but the Pixel 6, obviously $599. I think it has really good cameras compared to the S21. I think the video is a little bit better on the S21. Photos are fine on both. Hardware to me obviously is better on the Pixel 6, but again, that's still all subjective, and then you bring in the Pixel 6 Pro, which is $99 more, and the Pixel 6 is $99 less. So there are options out there that people are going to bring up, and they're going to talk about why Samsung delivered this phone when they did it and why they delivered it at the price they did it at. That's what you'll see reviews like on this thing. But I think people really should not get over it, because you really can't do anything about it. But is the device good? And someone's going to buy this. Someone's going to buy it. The S20 is being replaced. The S20 FE, the S20 FE is being replaced by the S21 FE. This is Samsung's pattern here. And so whether we like it or not, that's not really an issue. It's a matter of, yes, we're always going to talk about competition. So to answer your question, Jay, which do you recommend, the Pixel 6 or the S21 FE? I would even go so far back as to say the Pixel 5a 5G. That's another one of my daily drivers, and I actually love it. And the reason I would say that is because of the way the hardware is on here. This feels like the body of the S20 of the Pixel 5a 5G. That's what I got. That's what I get when I hold this device. I don't get the premium feel of these devices. These devices feel just super premium. They have more weight. They're glass, and I don't know. It's just the way they're put together. They feel really good. Now, when you start to bring in the Z Fold, this obviously feels a lot more premium because of the materials that are being used. But all I can tell you is that this is a great device. Battery life is fantastic because I don't want to review a device just based on the price. I'm going to tell you that this is a solid device. And just because you don't like the price, that doesn't mean that it's a bad device. People say that about the 6 Pro after a while. $899 is too far. The $300 difference is too much on these. They're the same phone. Everybody's always going to have an opinion on that. The reality is, this is a solid device. And as I was getting ready to state, the batteries are great. The cameras are fantastic. The overall quality of the device is great. There's nothing that I dislike about this. You know, unfortunately, they're in this trend of taking things away, like headphone jacks, and not even giving you a charger, which is stupid to me. But what do? We're continuing to buy the devices, so this is what they're setting. The industry is setting the standard, and we're accepting it because we're purchasing these things. But that's neither here nor there. I'm telling you, this is a good phone, and if you want to shake a leg at it because of the price, yeah, that's a weak excuse. I give the same reason for these. You know, people have said that about this one, and they think it's too much. But the price, and I'm not saying, let's be clear here, I'm not saying I agree with the price. You know, I'm all for promoting phones that are like $300-$400. I think they're great because you get a lot of phone, and ultimately I'm getting the same amount of phone I'm getting with the Pixel 5a 5G. Like I said, the build quality feels the same to me. As a matter of fact, let me just grab it. I get these vibes. You see what I mean? I get the same vibes that I get from this device. That's it. I mean, you know, the cameras are obviously better on the S21 FE than the 5a 5G, but at the same time, I get these vibes. These phones are kind of equally matched, and you know, as you can see there, we have a headphone jack, and this one costs what, $300 less, $299 less. So you determine what you think is a great purchase when it comes to the FE. But I don't want you to just make comments based on the price. Yes, we acknowledge that there are a ton of phones out there that cost less, that are spec'd the same. But this is always the case. This isn't going to change. This is always going to be the case. There's always going to be phones out there that cost less, that appear to give you more or the same. But this is a solid phone, folks. I can't knock it just because of the price. That's the only con I could possibly think of at this point in the game, is the price. This is a fantastic device, man. And none of us can deny that if we like tech. You can check all the boxes you want to. Big battery, big screen, quality cameras, whatever you want to look at it as. It's there, it has it. So this is a follow-up for you on the Galaxy S21 FE. It's a good phone, folks. Whether you buy it or not, someone's going to buy it. And people are going to like this phone, because I just don't believe in something failing because of price. It shouldn't dictate whether a phone is good or not. So I don't know anybody in the comments that actually has this or is planning on buying it, obviously. So if you have this device already, or you plan on buying it, because again, there's someone who's going to buy this phone because they like something about it. They like it's the right size screen. They like the hardware. They don't want this full glass backs and things like that. You know, it's for someone. You know what I mean? So if you like this device, you like it. If you don't like the price, you don't like the price. And again, I think the price is weirdly priced, you know, for the other lineups that are already out. But this is in addition to the S21 lineup. And that's just what it is. So it's your man Jay. Hope you guys enjoyed the follow-up on the S21 FE. I'm a fan of it, minus the price.